Hero 101 Episode 2, Don't be shocked. You walk down the hallway with a huge smile. It's your first day of class, and you're excited to get there. Arriving at the school 30 minutes early, you want to ensure you have enough time to find your classroom. 99, 100, 101. This is it? You exclaim as you reach for the door. I wouldn't touch that if I were you, a voice says from behind. I hear Professor Quest is notorious for pulling crazy pranks on the first day of class. You turn, expecting to meet the owner of the voice face to face, but instead, you find yourself staring at the top of someone's head. You look down to make eye contact. She tilts her head upward, her large brown eyes locking onto yours. You feel like you've stumbled into a staring contest you weren't prepared for. After a few seconds, you avert your gaze, feeling slightly dizzy from the intensity. Weak eye contact, but you lasted longer than most, she notes, scribbling in a tiny notebook. Listen, I'll give you some advice, always stay on your guard. You never know what the professor might be trying to teach us. According to my research, he employs some shocking methods. You nod, surprised by her serious tone. You expected a bubbly personality from someone so short and cute. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind, you reply, grateful for the warning. I'm Ophelia, she says, extending her hand. You shake it firmly, smiling. Nice to meet you, Ophelia. I'm your name. Your name, she jots something else down in her notebook. Firm handshake, personable, cool name, she mutters. You might just do. Are you taking notes about me, you ask, raising an eyebrow. Ophelia nods. I am. I'm assessing your qualities to see if you're qualified to be my sidekick. Sidekick, you chuckle, amused. You're already looking for a sidekick, you haven't even passed Hero 101 yet. I have no doubt I'll pass this class and become a great hero. When I do, I'll need a sidekick, she says confidently. And you think you'll find one in a class full of hero wannabes, don't you think they'll want to do their own thing, you ask, leaning against the lockers. You're quickly becoming curious about how her mind works. Ophelia shrugs. I have ways of persuading people. Once they hear my pitch, they'll want to work for me for sure. You shake your head, amused. Well, I'm here to learn heroics, not sidekick etiquette. I appreciate your consideration, but you might want to look elsewhere. She smirks, scribbling another note in her notebook. Deciding not to ask about it this time, you turn back toward the classroom door. Remembering her earlier warning, you glance back. What were you saying about Professor Quest's pranks? Ophelia reaches into the tool belt strapped around her waist and pulls out a strange device. You take it and inspect it for a few seconds. An electroscope, you ask, raising an eyebrow. A wide grin spreads across her face as she nods. It looks different from the ones I've seen in science class. Did you make this, you ask, intrigued. Her grin grows even wider. I'm impressed. Your name? I didn't expect you to recognize it. Yes, I made this. It's a handheld design for missions, she explains, her tone proud. That's pretty cool, you reply with a soft smile. Since you know what it is, you must know how to use it, she says, watching you intently, as if testing you. You run the metal disc along the door handle, watching the device closely. Almost immediately, 2 sheets of aluminum foil flap inside the container. He charged the door to shock us, you gasp. Ophelia's smile widens. I told you, he employs shocking methods. I didn't think you meant literally. You exclaim, your eyes widening at the realization. She chuckles, pulling out a pair of rubber gloves from her belt. After slipping them on, she opens the door and motions for you to enter. You nod politely and step inside, scanning the room. Your eyes land on a tall, black-haired man standing at the front by a whiteboard. His back is turned, and he seems unaware of your presence. Professor Quest, you call, tilting your head slightly. The man jumps and spins around, looking startled. He frowns. How did you get in here? I walked in through the door, you reply. He glares at you for a moment before noticing Ophelia's gloves. A smirk spreads across his face. I see you two avoided my trap. Nice work. You may sit, he says, motioning to two chairs at the front of the room. You and Ophelia take your seats as the professor checks his watch. We'll wait for a few others to trickle in before we begin, he announces. Then, looking up, he adds, welcome to Hero 101. Thank you all for listening. I am happy to be able to make this story and share it with you.